strikes are a thief's greatest weapon. Watch for an opening, then press your foe till they are overwhelmed. These may not carry shields, but their nimbleness allows them to dodge incoming attacks with ease. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons for clever combatants. When delivering combat strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
Are you unharmed?
Get chase! Take ready. You move to intercept.
Consarne!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a feral curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped.
Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. It is the only path.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn.
Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
time you see her, she at the Capitol building and shit. I'm like, God damn. But it's funny how that works. It's funny how that works because it's always, especially with the chicks, like the chicks that was the most popular after some babies go. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. A lot of the dudes that was popular is who they
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back?
every time it be the
Tis a
same
wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story.
JLJ Bible. Joe, let's get into this topic. I'm sorry, I had to reminisce real quick, y'all. I like this.
Still, I can hardly
Let's get into
believe
this topic.
a
So,
griffin of all things
I don't know
here.
if you guys know
Add to that the recent
about-
dragon sighting.
y'all
It is
know
said
about
that the
Great
arrival of the
Dancing
Sovereign
Man?
portends. I had thought being in the Border Watch.
Have y'all heard about him? Press the one if y'all heard about the Great Dancing Man.
Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway?
It goes by the
I've
name
never
of
heard of
Ken
such a
Park,
place.
right?
There's
And
certainly
the
naught
reason
like
why
that
I
here in
put
Vermont.
a picture of
Could it be you were
Walter
held
White
in the neighboring
on
country of
there,
Batal?
Because he looks like, to
Nay,
me, he looked like
I
Walter
suppose
White
that's
without
unlikely.
the
We've
right?
been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is
got
difficult to imagine
popular
any city.
From, getting into breakdancing contests, right?
Son of
But apparently, lately, he's been kind of trending or whatever, right? And people been doing stories about it because his daughter is like a social media influencer. I don't really know her name. I never seen her content or whatever, right? But she did a video that went viral, basically saying that her father abandoned their family, right? And so he decided to put his own video out to tell the truth about the situation. And so he has this video where he's telling the truth about what really happened. Because his daughter, the way he explains it, is on her social media. She's got like millions, I think she's got like millions of followers. But she's on her social media basically telling
Vermin being sent there.
So her mother told her about
Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, son. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength lacking, you buy the curative or have a bit of greenwash. When one of the fiends comes for you, let's guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is.
This video went so viral that even Elon Musk commented on his
Have you
video.
beheld the dragon as
It was a fake ad.
I've not. That's a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Nell to see that. can but hope that the Sovereign will rid us of Zerg. No means but that's the Sovereign's duty, isn't it? When the dragon rears its ugly head, the Sovereign appears among the people and steps forth to challenge it. I dare say Vermund owes much of its prosperity to the Sovereigns who have served it. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word.
Of him explaining everything that happened, and I'm gonna give my commentary, in between. I'm gonna pause it in between and give my commentary on it, because people need to hear this story. You young folks, young dudes need to hear this story, right? Now, the first part of the video, it shows his daughter. That's the social media influencer. I'm not really gonna show that part because I don't really feel like having to deal with her and all of that crap. So I'm gonna play the sound at first, and then I'm gonna put the video up once it's just him talking.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. 'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
But because my dad is a huge Republican, huge Bitcoiner, like so bizarre, he has this sort of cultish following around him. And in the video that he posted, he said, "Where's Bitcoin t-shirt?" He has the American flag behind him. Like he's like, oh, and then Elon Musk responded to my dad's video being like, "You're awesome, like you're an awesome dad, you're awesome." So that got all the Elon Musk fans after me. It was sort of just a whole controversial moment. And
now, keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind that notice this is the bad part about it. She's a social media influencer that has millions of followers. But I think her followers are on X. I could be wrong, formerly Twitter. But she's up there saying that her dad is a deadbeat that abandoned the family. Abandoned the family, in other words, she's acting like he hasn't been around her since she was 5. This is what she's telling the world, right? And by the way, whenever you have a daughter that speaks like that, it's always going to be a problem. You know, the type that always says things with the inflection like everything is a question. Like, you know, my dad, you know, he abandoned the family. Like, everything's not a question, sweetheart.
So this should be your screenplay, right? Cut went super viral, etc., etc. But she added that he wouldn't pay her medical bills. Then comes Beth, stage name Bayhana, with a 10-minute reaction video and some really good natured correction. He claims he was close by after the war, did pay medical bills, child support, put money into the witch fund, to the tune of around $5 million or little to cover the cost of the game, and that he saw his kids often when they were growing up. But he did admit that from his daughter's perspective as a 5-year-old, it might seem like a bad. But that in his opinion, it was not totally accurate. Whilst we watched his father-daughter union play out in real time, obviously he not enough to believe it. How then you're also unbeatable. But this is what you're thinking. Ben is getting absolutely dragged online with people calling him a deadbeat dad and like stuff and stuff.
Now, because she put out that video, he's getting drugged online. This is the reason why he came out with his video. He was getting drugged online. People calling him a deadbeat, all of that. Now, keep in mind, over the years, between child support, alimony, medical bills, college tuition, everything you can think of, he has given his ex-wife $5 million. Could you imagine your daughter becoming a social media influencer and a Hollywood screenwriter, going online to say that you're a deadbeat and that you played no role in raising them and you came up off of $5 million? Could you imagine that? $5 million, bro.
I've seen this happen time and time again, and it always turns out that there's another side of the story. Would we feel differently if Ben was less of a comic character, or was just like less good nature about the whole thing? Would you still have posted it if she knew who was going to see it? But whatever your thoughts are on internet fallout, I think we can all agree with this comment. Benny Hanna does unfortunately go so crazy. Twitter said great deals of dad stuff is so bizarre and it's so ridiculous, and like, yeah, like I literally am writing a screenplay about it, like, and I've been working on that screenplay for like months. How do you like hard this? Just like walk it out. The dad stuff is the worst because it's like my actual real life. So honestly, the dad controversy has been the hardest to deal with because like it is hard having people in my comments who don't know anything being like, your dad is awesome.
So I need to supply more information about this saga. Information that Maddie and the kids probably have not heard before. As I've said, I don't really blame my daughter for these very inaccurate videos that she's been putting out. I put the blame on her mom, my ex-wife, Betsy. Now let me recap what's happened so far for those of you who have missed it. Then we'll delve deeper into some of the crazier stuff that I've skipped over. Okay, here's a quick recap. Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee, I sit down, I open my computer, and what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least.
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur rapists. He's like the oldest active rapist in the world. Here, I'll show you. This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That was not true. Almost everyone I knew had seen this video and was asking me about it. Now, I told Maddie I liked 98% of her video, but that there were some significant inaccuracies in there, like about me not paying medical bills. That's just not true. And the implication was that I was some kind of deadbeat dad. I paid her mom millions of dollars in alimony, child support, put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the kids' college funds, paid for the health insurance, of course, and out-of-pocket medical costs, as I should have. The result was that the kids were able to live in a wealthy suburb of Chicago, attend top colleges, and pursue very good careers. Anyways, I asked Maddie to take down her video and at least correct the damaging inaccuracies. It just wasn't true that I wasn't covering medical costs. I told her almost everyone I know had seen it, including clients. It had the potential to hurt my business, hurt me professionally. And some key parts of her video just aren't true. And I certainly don't think she meant any harm by her first video. But she declined to take down her video because she said her video had gone viral. It was everywhere. So she didn't want to take it down. So I came back a day or so later and told her that I had posted a response video on X. I told her the video response was very mild and very positive. It just corrects a couple of inaccuracies. And at that point, my video on X only had a few hundred views. She watched my video and seemed to like it, thought it was funny. So then I suggested, since you aren't going to take down your video and correct it, I would at least like you to post my response video on your feed. But she declined. So I really had no choice but to put up my response video to set the record straight, even if it only gets 200 views, which is about what I expected. Well, then my response video really started to blow up. It hit 1 million views in about 12 hours. Then 5 million views, 10 million views, 20 million views, and on up from there. Maddie's mom started to freak out. Sent me long text messages telling me to take my video down.
Oh, what a surprise! What a surprise. So the daughter is out here spreading lies about her father. The same lies that her mother is perpetuating. So she thinks she can get away with it because she has a large platform. He puts out his video, and his video gets mad views, millions of views, right? Millions of views. And so, soon as that happened, here come his ex-wife calling him, trying to get him to take the video down. I wonder why. We know why. Because she don't want the world to know what a scumbag she is. And see, I'm going to tell you something about the father, too. He's in denial. He's in denial. Because the way he's telling this story, and he seems like a positive guy. He seems like a guy who cares about his kids. He seems like a guy that just wants to do the right thing. But I'm going to tell you something right now. He doesn't understand. Them kids hate him. They hate him. The only one that I could say probably doesn't hate him is his son. But the rest of them, they cannot stand him. Why would they sit up there and lie about him like this, knowing he spent that kind of money? But yo, if you just coming in here, man, hit the like button, hit the Cash App. Yo, Beano Nation, I need 10 people to hit the Cash App. These are the type of stories that need to get exposure. These are the type of stories that need to get exposure. People need to know about this type of stuff because this story that he has right here, this is part of the reason I became a YouTuber, is to raise awareness about this type of foolishness. Because the way they did him, bro, they did him dirty. They did him dirty, fam. I'm talking about, trust me, watch.
I'm like, but Maddie's video is still up and has 7 million views, and that's just on TikTok. Plus, Maddie has posted a much more negative second video, full of inaccuracies. Now, I don't blame Maddie at all for any of this. She's just repeating the brainwashing and propaganda that she's been hearing from her mom for the last 19 years.
Now, pause. Now, first of all, bro, you got to get out of denial. It's just like what 50 Cent said. Because if he was like, 50 Cent said at first he thought it was the mom poisoning his son. It's like, nah, it's him. You got to realize, once your kids get grown, they can make their own decisions. They can want to seek the truth and know what it is. Like, he's trying his best to protect his kids while they're bashing him. You're talking about, you know, I don't blame her for it. You know, she's just repeating the lies. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. There has to be some accountability. She's grown.
Okay, so anyways, let's take a look at Maddie's follow-up video.
I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying, we have a great relationship, I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my business. But right now, we're just like so uninterested in the tone. We don't know if he actually believes in that narrative or lying on purpose. Like, he's just like a weird guy. And he said he moved down the street for us. That's not true. Or like, if he did, it was only for a few months, maybe. But I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like, my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma. But obviously, in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic. It was really hard. He left us immediately, married another woman for years, and then he would visit every 2 months. And we'd go out to dinner, but like he truly had no hand in raising us at all. He gave us the money growing up. I honestly don't know the nitty gritty of the finances. Like, I really don't. Bottom line is, this guy was a completely absent father. Completely absent father.
Okay, so let's roll tape to see what childhood was actually like for my kids. And let's see how my relationship was with the kids even after the divorce. And even after very ugly legal proceedings. We have with us here Maddie Hart. She is a YouTube specialist. How many videos, Maddie, do you have on YouTube now?
About 54.
And what is your goal?
One day I want to be a pilot.
What does that mean?
So there she is, sitting in his car. And he's saying, she's a YouTube specialist. What do you want to be one day? She said, I want to be a partner. That means I'll get paid for doing. This is the same chick. This is the same chick that said he abandoned them, that said he had no part in raising them. And what he's playing right now is a bunch of home videos of him spending time with them. And I'm not going to show the videos because, you know, it's videos of kids and all of that, so I'm not going to show all of that. But it's basically him recording his kids playing at the beach at Lake Michigan, August 28, 2010.
We're pulling at the sea here. We're getting out of the sandbar.
Luckily for him, this dude kept records of everything. He documented everything.
You're looking good.
That's why back in the day, when I used to go get my kids, bro, I always took pictures. Because I'm like, yo, ain't nobody gonna turn around and say, yo, you never spent time with your kids. You never did this, I took pictures of everything. I took pictures of birthdays. I took pictures of when I bought them gifts. I took pictures of everything.
We're having fun here at the Deep River Water Park in Indiana.
This is him with the same daughter at a water park now. They moved to Illinois. They was originally in Virginia. They moved to Illinois. He was driving back and forth from Virginia to Illinois to spend time with them.
But we took care of her. So how would you summarize me taking the water park? How would you rate it? 9 out of 10? Where do you think it fell short?
And now he's posting a picture of his daughter graduating from middle school. This is June 2nd of 2010. So he was at the graduation. And I'm gonna post the video. The video so far has like 500,000 views. So I'm gonna post the video in the chat room in case y'all want to see the whole video. So basically, she's doing right now as an adult. She's doing what a lot of people do, which is they try to play the victim. They want people to feel sorry for them. So everybody nowadays, I noticed, runs with the narrative, my father was never there. My father never raised me. Like, for some reason, that has become a badge of honor to be a child that wasn't raised by your father. So everybody can feel bad for you. Oh, my father wasn't there. It was just my mother, and she was strong and independent, and we had to struggle, and she made sure that we had everything we need. That's the narrative nowadays that everybody wants to run with, whether it's true or not. Wow. It's just mad photos of him spending time with his kids. It's literally mad photos of him spending time with his kids. But let me fast forward it so we can get to him explaining everything that happened.
And if you'd like to see the first 2 videos on this saga, I'll link to those below. Now honestly, I thought I had overcome all this brainwashing of the kids by my ex-wife. I thought I had a great relationship with my daughters, especially since they became adults. Everything was going fine, I thought. Here we were last Christmas, 90 days ago. We all had a great time. I even thought I was getting along fine with my ex-wife, Betsy. Just last year, I swung by her house to pick up the kids for dinner. One of the kids was late, was out with a friend or something, so Betsy invited me to come into the house for a glass of wine.
And guess what? You shouldn't have went in there. You shouldn't have went in there. Now look, I'm gonna tell you guys something. His story is sad, and I feel bad for him, but he keeps making mistakes. He keeps making huge mistakes. If I went, like, I don't have to go to my children's mother's house anymore. And the reason why I don't really have to is because one of my sons is driving. So anytime my youngest son want to come visit me, my son can actually go get him. So I don't have to go there. But if I do go there, if my son comes down here and I got to drop him off, I'm not going in my ex's house. Not doing that. Like, that's like this idea that guys have that once you realize that your ex that you have children with is toxic, you have to keep separation between you and her. And the reason why is because anytime you're around her, you're putting yourself at risk. Because she could say anything. She could literally say anything and get you hemmed up. The best way for you to deal with her is at a distance.
3 of the kids were there, and we had a perfectly fine conversation. Perfectly pleasant. The kids and I went out for dinner, and we all had a great time as usual. I thought the fact that Betsy had invited me into her house for a glass of wine was good progress. I was encouraged.
Well, you thought wrong.
But now this saga has taken a more negative.
First of all, you gotta ask yourself, why would somebody y'all gotta ask yourself these questions. Why would somebody who took you through the ringer in court, caused you to get locked up, continue to try to milk you for money, why would you accept any act of kindness from them? because they're not kind people. If they were kind people, they wouldn't have put you through that BS in the first place.
And all the indicators point to my ex-wife, Betsy, as the manipulator, as the well poisoner. In every video that Maddie puts out, she says I abandoned the family. And none of my daughters are talking to me right now. Only my son Peter is talking to me.
Peep that. None of his daughters are talking to him right now. Only his son.
So I think I need to tell a more complete story. A story that the kids have never heard before. I have really two goals for this video. Number one, I think this information might help a lot of dads out there to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. Whether you were recently divorced or not yet divorced. I say not yet divorced because about half of marriages end in divorce. And about 50% of married couples who are not yet divorced, well, their marriages are hanging by a thread. Goal number two. My kids have never heard the whole story of what happened. They've heard one side from their mom.
Yo, shout out to Lord Geotron. He said yesterday's lesson really hit home. I really am gonna keep improving and getting my act together. Peace, big homie, angry man. Salute, appreciate you, bro. Yo, shout out to Tall. He said just tuning in, late as F. Well, you didn't miss anything, bro. You're just getting started. Shout out to Kelson, appreciate you. Shout out to Lord Geotron. He said Lord Geotron is your personal soldier. Shout out to Miles. He said standing on business against the gynocracy.
Betsy, my ex-wife. And I think it's been a very distorted story and a very incomplete story. Now I'm not going to get into all that led to the divorce. Who cheated on who and who cheated first. Let's just say there were a lot of factors that created a very unstable marriage. And we can get into that later if Betsy wants to. But I'm just going to talk here about what happened after the separation in 2004 and the divorce in 2005. Because I made every mistake possible. I basically did not protect myself legally at all. First of all, I gave Betsy 97% of the family assets and left myself with 3%, which actually left me with 0 because the 3% I had was quickly consumed by the lawyers. I did this because I knew I had a business and I could build back up.
Crazy. He gave her 90%. He agreed to this without any type of fight. Without any type of fight, he just gave her 93% of the marital assets. Bro, never do that. He gave her 93% of the marital assets and only kept 3% for himself because he had a business and he figured I can make the money back. But guess what? Watch.
And of course, I wanted the kids to feel secure, to let them know that they would have nothing to worry about financially. And money is just not something I've ever been very concerned about. I knew I could always make money. At any rate, after I posted my first video in response to Maddie's video, Betsy wrote me a long text message full of invective, asking why I was using exaggerated numbers in terms of what I paid for alimony, child support, college costs, and the other costs over the years. Then I had this text conversation with my oldest daughter, Tori. I said, "Hey, Tori, give me a call when you get a chance." Tori answered, quote, "Hi, Dad, I love you, but not right now. It's time for me to cut off communication. The video you posted was full of lies and just dragging Mom and Maddie 20 years after the fact, and you're just letting that happen. I'm distancing myself for the time being." End quote.
Yo, I wouldn't even speak to them. I wouldn't even, so he tries to call his oldest daughter. His oldest daughter
people
says,
here are evacuated. People here are evacuated. There are more who can yet be saved.
people here are evacuated and safe. The people here, there are more. The people here, the people here, the people here.
There are more who can yet be. There are more who can yet be saved.
It seems the rain has abated. Former Arisen appear to be plentiful in this world. It seems the rain has abated. Former Arisen, a danger might lurk anywhere, where every shadow and mind the. It seems the rain. Danger might lurk anywhere, where every shadow and mind the ceiling.
They're gonna talk all this crazy mess about him. And then when he passes away, they're gonna be all at the funeral crying, acting like they cared about him so much. Talking about how much of a good father he was and how he spent all of that money to take care of them. Like, nah, I wouldn't even talk to them, bro.
I answered, quote, "My video was not full of lies. Maddie posted an attack on me that my client saw. I had no choice but to answer. I asked Maddie to take her video down. She refused because it was going viral. I was trending on TikTok. I asked her to post my video on her feed, which is an extra video. She liked it, thought it was funny, but declined. So I posted it on my feed because everyone had seen Maddie's video. So I had to answer. I answered in the nicest, low-key way possible. But then I started thinking, what are all these supposed lies that Tori is talking about? Tori is a good person. She must think there are lies in my video. And Maddie has put up at least 4 videos now where she continues to say that I abandoned the family, which I believe that I've proven is not true at all. And the problem is my kids have no clue what the real story is. Now, what some people in the comments are saying is, why put all this on video for public viewing? Well, because the girls are not talking to me right now. And the only way to deliver information to them is to put it up on video.
Now, I'm glad to Ben Hart, I'm glad you put this up to prove to the world that you're not a deadbeat dad. But I got news for you. The kids don't care. I got news for you. They don't care. And the reason why they don't care is because they would rather, if they've been living with the lie, deadbeat dad for the majority of their life, they would rather, it's more comfortable to continue living with that lie than to believe that their mother.
This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such as myself, are able to traverse.
Even when you
my kind is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit. I myself look forward to traveling alongside you.
Well, I'll be a pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken.
Oh my God, did you hear how much money?
The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away.
Did you hear how much money?
I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then.
Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna run it back a little bit.
You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melvin. It was set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
At the end of the marriage, before the divorce proceedings was even over, she got a lump sum payment.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer. If 'tis nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded.
All types of stuff.
Rift stones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world. And when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May
$1.8 million at the start. However, I was $100,000 short of what I agreed to. More on that in a moment. And Betsy and the kids received a total of $4 million, a little bit more than $4 million, which includes the aforementioned $1.8 million and $618,000 for the kids' college funds and college loans. Below, this accounting comes directly from a 2016 report. One of the important battles I was in with Betsy. And anyone is free to dispute this accounting, but I think it's pretty accurate. So Betsy and the kids received a little bit more than $4 million, not the $5 million that I had estimated from memory in the first video. So that's my area. Now, of course, the counter to this is the money is good and all, but it doesn't make up for not having a full-time dad in the home. But remember, I lived just down the street from the kids at the range, a bit more than a mile away. Then in 2011, we bought a house in Willowbrook, Illinois, which is an 8-minute drive away. Then in 2012, Betsy got remarried and moved about 1 hour north to a North Shore suburb. The kids were old by this point. Peter was in college. Maddie was also in middle school. I would make the 1 hour trip north at least once a week to see the kids, to see whoever wanted to hang out.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
They want to hang with their friends.
Nah, bruh. You in denial. You in denial. Those girls did not want to hang out with you because when you're not there,